ballast is on there. That's not coming loose while this thing's going down the trail, so we'll be good. Let me do the other side and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I'm back, and as you can see, both the ballasts are mounted. They're both really secure. They're on the shrouds of the radiator, okay? So everything should be good. Now, down here is the wiring harnesses that come out of the ballasts. What we're going to do next is add our adapters that convert from the old H4 system over to the ballast. And those should be supplied in your HID kit. Rocks definitely supplies them. This is what they look like. You got two of them. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. That's the one that goes to the bulb right there with the two individual cables. This combined one, just simply put it together. Key is, before you do that, you should put a little bit of dielectric grease in there. So let me grab some of that real quick. Okay, so we're back. I know the camera angle changed and everything pretty drastically there. But here's the key. We're going to plug this into there. All right, but again, I want some no-ox or anti-dielectric or dielectric grease in there, anti-corrosion. So what I'm using actually is truly no-ox. This is kind of expensive stuff usually used by the phone company. I use it daily in the laboratory that I manage. And so I'm putting a nice liberal kind of coat into the holes. So when I push this together, it'll seal it. Now I can also take it, it does work on silicone and rubber. I'm going to put a little bit, not much, just basically putting a little liquid on there. So when I push this together, I get a good seal. You can do the other side too real quick. Again, just a little down in the hole. This will make it so these should not corrode. A little on the seal so that it's lubricated. And we're going to put that into the opposite side. Helps if you put it in the proper orientation. Make sure you get the clip on top of the tab. Right, so there we go. Clip on the tab. Done. So now we got both sides all wired up here. All right. It's pretty simple. All right, when you look in here, the wiring harness almost wants to lay in here, left and a right side. So all I'm going to do is take the left side and I'm going to plug it in. Again, got a lot of exposure. Go ahead and apply a little no-ox on there, a little anti-corrosion, dielectric grease, however you want to call it. And put it on there. And then we're going to go ahead and plug it in. All right. Same thing on the other side. We've got our other side right here. We'll apply our grease. Got a little sloppy there. Know how you kids like it extra sloppy. All right. Yeah, that was Billy Madison. All right. So, throw that on. It's nice and seated. This in the end, we're going to have to tie wrap it up so that it doesn't decide to go right into the steering. Okay, so now, as far as under the hood, we're pretty much done. Let's go over and work on the headlight assembly. All right. Let's see if we can get our headlight assembly here. There it is. So on the headlight assembly, when we flip it over, what you're going to see is the two rubber boots. Go ahead and take those loose. All right. And then there's a little clip here. Take the clip, push down a little, and bring it forward, and it pops loose. All right. Swing it out of the way and take your bulb out. Set it to the side. Don't touch the bulb itself. If you put grease on the bulb, it'll burn out if you ever had to use it again. So go ahead, set that off to the side. Take your bulb out, set that off to the side here. Pretty simple here. And take the bulb. You'll see there's only one way that it will go in. All right, now you'll see a tab up here. There's a single tab and then two that are closer together at the back. You want to take the single tab and put that to the one tab that you see, and then bring this guy down. It takes a little fun. You got to get it around the base of that thing and then clip it in. All right, so there's one. Let's get that guy loose. Oh, yeah, so we're going to set this in. And I forgot, you can pop these loose. So if you take this apart, you can set your whole assembly in here without having that part in there. And there you go. All right, and I forgot, that's kind of key. Get that loose. Because you want to take these guys and put them back on now. All right. So set it on and form your little gasket around the base there. All right. Same thing on the other side. Remember, when this is done, it sets like this. So your little snorkels, point them downward. Don't try and put it on upside down. The little hood and everything, that goes to the top of the actual assembly. Right, so again, same thing here. Set your grommet on, form it around the base piece. Even tells you in here, top, all right? So you set those in, take your bulb, put it in, rotate it around. Bulb in, rotate it, now they're both mounted. We're all set to go back to the actual sled. Let's bring you back over there. And let's see if we can do this without knocking it off the stand. Okay. So, when the headlight goes back in, narrow side goes up, two tabs, they're up top. So, this is supposed to set in like this. All right? So, we're just kind of looking at it, figuring it out, how we're going to route cabling and whatnot. Here we've got a bunch of cable. We got to deal with all this in the end. We don't want it just hanging out. So find all your little pieces that you need to connect. And you'll see there's only one way to put the HID lights together here. All right, so you can go ahead and put some dielectric grease on that again. Anything that's a female side, put a little down in it. And this side's got a female side. Now this has connectors for the projectors. I don't have projectors. Maybe next year we'll do a video on how to do projectors, but I don't have them, so sorry. Oh, that's actually how to switch between high and low. My bad. We do need that connector. So there we are. 1, 2, should be a third. There we go. And find the corresponding pieces. These two go together. And these two. And this one. And there we have it. That side's completely done. Now we have to think about how we're going to support all this wiring. and figure that out in a minute. I'm going to do the other side, and then we'll come back and we'll show you how to tie wrap it all in. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've tie wrapped together the actual bundles, and I've tried to tidy it up a bit. There's a lot here now, a lot more than there was, so let's put it that way. So I've tried to bundle it up a bit, try and keep it safe so it doesn't fall down into things. Now I'm just going to go ahead and tie wrap everything back up and try and make it so everything stays in place. You know, that one is quite a bit short. We've got a lot here now that we're trying to bundle up. So maybe the best thing is to just go ahead and grab what we can. Get it seized back up here. Keep the head of your actual tie wrap here, keep it low so that it doesn't hit on your body panels and stuff. But yet also keep it where you can get your finger under there again so you can get it loose if you got out in the field. All right, so we'll put one on the other side too here and snug it all up. A lot of fun to work with the extra cabling that we have now. You may find that you want to go out and buy some new reusable tie wraps that are a little longer than what Yamaha gave us here. All right. Still not able to get all of the wire that I got there. There we go. All right. And there we have it. It's all back in there. Now it's just simply a matter of going ahead and putting all the body panels back on and reattaching all of the gauges and everything. I'd show you what it looks like as far as the light, but typical Yamaha, the battery died after 6 years and got to get a new one. So that's it for today. We'll come back another day and we'll show you some other products from Rock, like the power module that he makes, and also we've got trail jams to show. Obviously we're doing the steering. We're going to pull the skid out at some point, go through the entire skid, tighten up all the bushings and everything. We'll be doing an under the tunnel exhaust kit using the Excel header and show you how you can cut it, modify it, and make it so that that header can be used under the tunnel. It's not suggested to try and use the stock header as an under the tunnel exhaust kit. Much harder to weld back together that header. So if you were going to do that, if you wanted to use a stock part, you'd want to contact Barna Parts down in PA and go ahead and order a Venture header. The Venture comes out straight and doesn't have the upturn like the Nytro. So it'd be much easier to do an under the tunnel exhaust kit with that header. We've got a team clutch to put on this thing, an Ulmer primary clutch, the K&N air filter kit, the PC or the Power Commander 5 is going on this. So keep watching. There's tons more stuff coming on what you can do to these Nytros. And it's not a lot of money, just buying parts used and whatnot that people decided they didn't want. For under $1,000 so far, you can see I got a ton of extra parts to go into this, this sled. All right, so that's it for today. Appreciate it.